Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that's got everyone talking: a massive $3.4 billion stimulus package has just been announced, and it's coinciding perfectly with Trump's 100-day milestone. But here's the real kicker: you could be looking at a $1,950 check landing in your account come June 2025. Sounds too good to be true? Well, stick around because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this game-changing stimulus package. And hey, if you're interested in staying updated on the latest financial news and stimulus updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Let's dive straight into this unprecedented announcement that's sending shockwaves through the economic landscape. The timing couldn't be more significant as it aligns with Trump's first 100 days back in office, raising questions about the political implications and economic strategy behind this massive stimulus package. But what does this mean for the average American household? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. The $3.4 billion stimulus package represents one of the largest direct payment initiatives in recent American history. Unlike previous stimulus measures, this package has been specifically designed to target middle-class families and individuals who have been struggling with the ongoing effects of economic uncertainty and inflation. But here's what makes this different: the distribution method and qualification criteria have been completely revamped to ensure more efficient delivery and better targeting of those who need it most. One of the most pressing questions on everyone's mind is, who exactly qualifies for these $1,950 checks? The eligibility criteria have been carefully structured to include a wider range of income brackets than previous stimulus payments. Single filers earning up to $75,000 annually and joint filers making up to $150,000 will receive the full amount. But here's the interesting part: there's a gradual phase-out system for those earning above these thresholds, extending up to $95,000 for individuals and $180,000 for joint filers. The timing of these payments, scheduled for June 2025, has raised eyebrows and sparked intense debate among economic experts. Why this specific timing? Sources close to the administration suggest this timeline allows for proper implementation of new distribution systems and verification processes, but critics argue it might be politically motivated. What's your take on this? Could this be a strategic move considering the proximity to future electoral events? Let's talk about the economic impact these checks are expected to have. Economic analysts project that this stimulus injection could potentially boost GDP by 0.8% to 1.2% in the latter half of 2025. But here's something fascinating: studies of previous stimulus payments show that approximately 70% of recipients tend to either save the money or use it to pay down debt, rather than spending it immediately. This raises an important question: will this pattern hold true for the 2025 payments, or will different economic conditions lead to different consumer behaviors? The distribution mechanism for these payments has been completely overhauled. Learning from the challenges faced during previous stimulus rollouts, the IRS has announced a new digital portal system, specifically designed to handle this massive undertaking. But here's what you need to know to ensure you receive your payment as quickly as possible. They're strongly recommending that all eligible recipients verify their information through this new system well before the June 2025 distribution date. One aspect that's particularly noteworthy is the inclusion of special provisions for small business owners and self-employed individuals. These groups often fell through the cracks in previous stimulus programs, but this time, there's a dedicated portion of the package specifically addressing their needs. The question is, will these provisions be enough to provide meaningful support to this crucial sector of our economy? The global economic implications of this stimulus package cannot be overlooked. International markets have already begun reacting to the announcement, with various currencies and stock markets showing significant movement. But here's what's really interesting: foreign investors are closely watching how this massive injection of capital might affect inflation rates and the overall strength of the US dollar. Speaking of inflation, this is perhaps one of the most crucial aspects to consider. How will pumping $3.4 billion into the economy affect inflation rates that many Americans are already struggling with? The Federal Reserve has issued statements suggesting they have measures in place to counteract any potential inflationary pressure, but some economists remain skeptical. What do you think? Will these checks provide much-needed relief or potentially contribute to further inflation? The role of technology in this stimulus distribution is unprecedented. The government has partnered with major financial technology companies to ensure smoother delivery of payments. This includes blockchain verification systems and AI-powered fraud detection mechanisms. But here's the catch: while these technological advancements promise better security and efficiency, they also raise questions about data privacy and accessibility for less tech-savvy recipients. Let's address the elephant in the room: the political implications of this stimulus package. With its announcement coinciding with Trump's 100-day mark, many are questioning the timing and motivations behind this massive economic initiative. Supporters argue it's a necessary measure to maintain economic stability, while critics suggest it's a politically calculated move. What's your perspective on this timing? The package includes several lesser-known provisions that could significantly impact different sectors of the economy. For instance, there are allocations for infrastructure development, healthcare system improvements, and educational initiatives. These additional components could potentially create ripple effects throughout the economy, extending well beyond the direct payments to individuals. Looking at the historical context, this stimulus package represents a significant shift in economic policy. Previous administrations have implemented various forms of economic stimulus, but the scale and scope of this package are unprecedented. This raises an important question: are we witnessing a fundamental change in how the government approaches economic intervention? The environmental impact of this stimulus package has also been considered, with specific provisions for green energy initiatives and sustainable development projects. But here's what's fascinating: these environmental considerations are being balanced against immediate economic needs. How do you think this balance will affect long-term environmental goals? For those wondering about the application process, it's important to note that most eligible recipients won't need to take any action if their information is already on file with the IRS. However, there will be a new portal opening in early 2025 for those who need to update their information or haven't received previous stimulus payments. The key question here is, will this system be more efficient than previous rollouts? The impact on different demographic groups varies significantly. Young adults, particularly those who were dependents in previous stimulus rounds but are now independent, will be eligible for these payments. Senior citizens and disabled individuals will also see specific provisions addressing their unique needs. But here's the question many are asking: are these provisions enough to address the varying needs of different demographic groups? The role of state and local governments in this stimulus package is also worth examining. While the federal government is spearheading the initiative, state and local authorities will play crucial roles in implementation and supplementary support programs. This raises questions about coordination between different levels of government and the potential for additional state-level stimulus measures. Looking ahead to the economic landscape of 2025 and beyond, many experts are debating the long-term implications of this stimulus package. Will it set a precedent for future economic interventions? How might it affect future policy decisions? These are questions that economists and policymakers will be grappling with for years to come. The international community's response to this stimulus package has been mixed. While some nations view it as a positive step for global economic recovery, others express concern about its potential impact on international trade and currency markets. The question remains: how will this massive stimulus package affect America's position in the global economy? As we wrap up this comprehensive overview of the $3.4 billion stimulus package, it's clear that while the direct payments of $1,950 will provide immediate relief to many Americans, the broader implications of this economic initiative are far-reaching and complex. The success of this program will likely depend on various factors, including economic conditions, implementation efficiency, and global market responses. Remember, staying informed about these developments is crucial as we approach the June 2025 distribution date. What are your thoughts on this stimulus package? Do you think it's the right approach at the right time? Share your opinions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on this and other important economic news. Together, we'll navigate these significant economic changes and keep you informed every step of the way.